Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to talk getting started with the Middle-earth strategy battle game, and today we're going to take a look at the Dark Denizens of Mirkwood, the army of the Spider Queen of Mirkwood. Now in this video we're going to go through talk about the army bonus for the army and how it sort of affects how we can build our force before looking at a couple of units we recommend to get started with for the faction, which of course includes the Spider Queen of Mirkwood. We'll then take a look at the rest of the units available to the force, and then at the end of the video show you a little sample army list of 300 points to hopefully give you some inspiration for starting your own army of the Dark Denizens of Mirkwood in the Middle-earth strategy battle game. And so, to begin with, the Beasts of Mirkwood is our army bonus, and really this just helps us build a force. So long as your army includes the Spider Queen, warbands composed entirely of Warg models do not need a hero to lead them if they number 6 or more models. And warbands composed of a mixture of models do not need a hero to lead them so long as they number 10 or more models. Instead, one warrior within these warbands takes on the role of the warband's captain for the purposes of deployment. This just allows us to continue building. The only hero option we have available in this force is the Spider Queen of Mirkwood herself, so this just, allows us to build a force, allows us to have, some deployment shenanigans going around, and also when we start playing bigger games and we can't fit everyone into her warband, this allows us to actually make extra warbands. And so, of course, where to start but the Spider Queen of Mirkwood herself. So she is going to be a pretty solid little fighter. 5 value, 6 with shoot 6, strength 6, defense 4, 2 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4, and 3 points of might and will, but no fate. She also has some special rules. She's got monstrous charge in there, progeny, swift movement, terror, and venom. So, what are these rules going to do for us? First of all, progeny. During any point in her move phase, the Spider Queen may expend any number of remaining will points to summon a broodling. For each will point expended this way, you place a single broodling base anywhere within 3 inches of the Spider Queen, but not in base contact with any enemy models. Broodlings may move or charge on a turn in which they were summoned, but broodlings are not counted when working out if your force is broken or not. Now, she's got, the swift movement ability, which a few of our models in this do, where a model with a special rule can climb over any surface regardless of angle, which is pretty cool. And we've got, the other abilities. First of all, the poison, which is really just going to be the big thing here, where you can reroll wound rolls of 1 when your weapons are being used. Now, to start with for our force, I think the Fell Wargs are actually the way to go for your first box to pick up. First of all, this is going to give you a decent amount of warriors, but also this is just going to get you the warriors that are going to be able to form the other sort of detachments, the other forces, the other warbands within your force, and this is just going to allow you to expand upon. You can throw the 6 you get in here over to another warband and start adding up into her warband later with some other cool things. Fell Wargs also bring a nice little bit of speed. They are 10-inch movement with fight value 3, strength and defense 4. So they've got a defense 4, which not a lot of things, in fact nothing else in your force besides the Spider Queen herself will have. Now looking at where to go next, the Giant Spiders and Mirkwood Spiders actually come inside the same kit. So the Giant Spiders are the ones on the larger bases, the Mirkwood Spiders are the other ones inside this box here. So the big difference here, first of all, your Giant Spiders have a fight value of 4 with strength of 5 and defense of 3 with 2 wounds, 2 attacks, courage of 3. Now, their big thing with the Giant Spiders, you've got Poison, Weapon, Swift Movement, and Terror, which is a nice cool passive ability, just making your opponents not as effective against you. But the big thing here is your Mirkwood Spiders. They're going to have the Spiderwebs ability in addition to all that, though they do drop down to fight 2, but go to shoot value of 5+ instead. What Spiderwebs will do is a Mirkwood Spider can shoot its web at its enemies. This is treated as a throwing weapon with a range of 8 inch. If a Mirkwood Spider hits its target, do not roll to wound. Instead, the model suffers the effect of the paralyzed magical power. A hero hit by a Spiderweb can choose to expend a fate point in the same manner as if it had just suffered a wound in order to dodge the attack. However, if successful, the target model is not paralyzed. And lastly, the last thing we can bring into this force are the Bat Swarms. So Bat Swarms, 5 value 1 with 5+ shoot, strength and defense 3, 2 attacks, 4 wounds, and courage 2. So they're not all that great, but the big thing is the Blinding Swarm, and they've also got Fly, which nothing else in our force will have. Now, the Blinding Swarm, the 5 value of an enemy model engaged in combat with a Bat Swarm, is halved. This is just fantastic, can really push the fight in our favour for a force that doesn't have many great fighters outside of, the Spider Queen herself. This is really, really solid. And so here we have our sample force. Now you could certainly split this into 2 warbands if you want. We do have 6 wargs within this force. So we've got the fell wargs in there. So if you want to make 2 warbands, you certainly could just do that. Split those wargs off into their own separate warband. But we've got a bat swarm in here as well. I think at least 1 at this points value. Yes, they're going to take up points. They are not the cheapest of troop options we have available to us. But I do think, at least 1 this can stick around, near your giant spiders here and help them out in some combats, or indeed, allow the Spider Queen to fight maybe heroes that are a little bit better than her. We then have, as said, 2 giant spiders and then 3 Mirkwood spiders. I think the paralyze effect here can be really powerful, separating and isolating enemy heroes, allowing you to bring your bat swarm and the giant spiders in to really hammer home your advantage on those. This force is all about trying to split your opponent up, using those Mirkwood spiders to hit stragglers, to hit characters that go out on a limb, or take down the weaker characters and sort of stun the bigger characters. If you've been playing with the Denizens of Mirkwood, the Dark Denizens of Mirkwood that is, let us know how you've been going down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And why not drop us a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you did enjoy it and you want to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Cinderful Gaming, we have a Discord server which is linked down in the video's description. We chat all things wargaming, not just Warhammer, a bunch of other war games, even some other things non-Warhammer related, and generally have a great time in there. Come and join in the conversation. Also, linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel if you want to see us keep making the content we do. We have Patreon and YouTube members, both of which are great ways to help support the channel, and you get a shout out at the end of the video, which we'll do in just a sec. But we also have a Teespring store and a Ko-fi store where you can grab yourself some channel merch as well to help support the channel in another way and get yourself something in the process. But as I said, a special shout out to all our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Outer Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan V, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, and Nuss. And to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Ronya Lockloric, The Johnny 84, David Osworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weird, James South, Dave Crozier, Dylan Areno, and James Tillman. And lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchbox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see pictured here on the screen and indeed all over the channel. And also a special thank you to everyone who comes on, helps make the battle reports on the channel, helps run our Discord server, and generally helps make the channel what it is today. Thank you all for watching once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.